My beautiful, radiant Leo souls, gather close. I want you to take a moment right here, right now, to simply pause. Stop the scrolling. Stop the planning. Stop the endless doing that defines your fiery existence. Have you truly looked at the world around you in the last few days? I mean, truly observed the subtle dance of reality. Have you noticed how many times a specific creature has crossed your path, almost as if it was seeking you out? Perhaps it was a butterfly dancing near you at the precise moment you felt the heavy weight of expectations pressing down on your shoulders, making you want to shed your royal duties and run wild. Maybe it was a dog astray, or perhaps one you've never met, staring into your soul on the street, with eyes that seemed to recognize the royalty within you even when you didn't feel very royal yourself. Or perhaps it was a bird tapping persistently at your window or calling out at the break of dawn, just as the sun, your ruling planet, began to paint the sky. You likely dismissed these moments. You told yourself, "Oh, isn't that nice?" or "It's just a coincidence." But deep down, in your heart, that famous burning Leo intuition, that solar plexus, knowing whispered otherwise. You knew these were not random encounters. These were divine messengers, my friends. They were sent specifically to pierce through the noise of the applause and the criticism, to warn you, to guide you, and to remind you of who you truly are. What I am about to share with you today will fundamentally shift the way you perceive the invisible currents of energy that operate around your throne. We are going to unlock a door that has remained closed for far too long. There are 3 specific animals that the universe source, the divine architect, or the great sun spirit, however you choose to name it, uses to communicate directly with the intense creative energy of Leo. I am not speaking of casual superstition. I am speaking about a profound spiritual architecture, a system of symbols that has protected the children of the sun for thousands of years. This system is active in your life right now, vibrating just beneath the surface of your reality, waiting for you to acknowledge it. Now, before we journey further into this sacred knowledge, I need you to make a commitment. Not just to me, but to your own soul and to this growing community of awakened spirits. We are building a sanctuary of awareness here at Cosmic Wisdom. If you are ready to finally open your eyes to these signs, to claim the sovereignty and protection that is your divine birthright, I want you to pause this video right now. Yes, right now. Go down to the comment section and type, "Ready to receive the blessings the universe has for me." Do it now. By typing these words, you are sealing your intention. You are signaling to the cosmos that you are awake, you are present, and you are ready to receive the messages that have been waiting for you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you never miss a transmission sent to guide your royal path. Don't simply watch passively. Engage with your destiny. Now that you have set your intention, let's dive deep. Understand this: each of these animals carries a distinct frequency tailored to the Leo vibration. One appears to warn you of a threat to your reputation or your heart, something Leos cherish above all else. Another emerges to confirm that your incredible generosity is being protected even when you feel drained. And the third manifests when you are about to undergo a solar metamorphosis, a leveling up of your charisma and power that will bring you blessings beyond your comprehension. We are going to dissect these three sacred animals, how to spot them, how to feel their energy, and how to decode their specific messages. Because seeing them is not enough, my friends. You must understand the language of the soul to interpret them. I can promise you this, by the time you finish this video, you will look back on your life and realize you have been guided every single step of the way. You will see that even in your loneliest moments on the throne, you were never truly alone. The burning question we must ask is, how many times have you ignored a divine warning that could have saved you from heartbreak? How many times did the universe try to tell you someone was false before they betrayed you? Before we reveal the animals, you must understand your spiritual nature, Leo. You are not like the other signs. You are the ruler of the fifth house, the house of joy, creativity, romance, and the inner child. You carry the energy of the sun itself. You are the life giver, the center of the solar system, around which others revolve. Because of this, you attract immense light, but you also attract shadows that seek to dim that light. People are drawn to your warmth often to bask in it, but sometimes to steal it. Consequently, you require a level of spiritual security that is different from a water or earth sign. You are fixed fire. You are a steady burning flame. This is exactly why the universe has assigned specific messengers to you. These three animals act as the royal guard of your energy field. They are constantly monitoring the perimeter of your soul. When they detect a breach, or when they see your flame flickering from exhaustion, they materialize in the physical world. Think of them as solar flares sent from the divine. And here is the secret: the more you ignore them, the more persistent they become. Let us examine the first sacred animal that the divine uses to protect and warn a Leo, the butterfly. Now I know what you might be thinking. A butterfly? For Leo, the sign of the lion of strength and dominance, it seems too delicate. But beautiful soul, that is precisely why it is your messenger. The butterfly is the ultimate symbol of the ego's transformation. You see, Leo, your journey in this life is about the healthy expression of the ego. It is about shining, yes, but it is also about knowing when to shed the persona, when to drop the mask of being okay, and allowing yourself to truly transform. The butterfly appears when you are resisting a necessary change in your identity. It shows up when you are clinging to a role you have outgrown, perhaps the role of the provider, the entertainer, or the strong one who never needs help. Leos have a hard time showing vulnerability. You hold on to your image because you feel you must be the pillar for everyone else. When a butterfly persistently crosses your path, landing on your shoulder, fluttering in your face, or appearing in art and dreams repeatedly, it is the universe shouting, "Let go, surrender the performance so you can rise into your true power." Consider the biology of the butterfly. It completely dissolves within the cocoon. It turns into a genetic soup before reorganizing into something with wings. This is the Leo journey. You are not meant to stay the same forever. You are not meant to be the cub your whole life. You are meant to evolve into the king or queen. When this animal appears, it is a validation that the discomfort you are feeling, that feeling of being mushy or lost, is actually growing pains. It is the chrysalis breaking open. For Leos born in the first decan July 23rd to August 1st, the butterfly often signals a transformation in your creative expression. It warns you that you are playing small to please others, and it is time to unleash your full color. For those born in the second decan August 2nd to August 12th, the butterfly is usually tied to romantic healing and self-worth. It suggests breaking a pattern of seeking validation from partners who cannot afford you. And for the third decan, August 13th to August 22nd, it is about spiritual leadership and shedding the need for approval to enter a higher vibration of authority. But let's go deeper into the alchemy of color, which is a language Leos understand instinctively. If you see a yellow or gold butterfly, this is a direct message from the sun. It means your solar plexus chakra is being activated. Joy is returning. Success is imminent. It is a green light from the cosmos to launch that project, to take that stage. An orange butterfly signals passion and creativity, but also a warning check your pride. Are you operating from the heart or from the ego, a black butterfly? Oh, this is powerful for you. While others fear it, you should welcome it. It signifies the death of an old identity. It means the people pleaser in you is dying, and the sovereign ruler is being born. And a blue or purple butterfly, that is high spiritual nobility. It means your ancestors are literally wrapping their royal robes around you, protecting you from envy. I have to ask you, and I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Have you been seeing these winged messengers? More importantly, when they appear, do you cringe and hold tighter to your old script? Or do you open your hands and let the old version of you fly away? The fear of losing your audience is the only thing holding you back. The butterfly is living proof that what looks like the end of the show is actually the opening of a much grander curtain. The second animal that God uses to communicate with Leo is the dog. This goes beyond the cliché of man's best friend. For Leo, the dog represents loyalty and the guardian of the heart. You see, Leo, you have the biggest heart in the zodiac. You are generous to a fault. You give your time, your money, your energy, and your love with a ferocity that is unmatched. But this is also your greatest vulnerability. You tend to trust the wrong people. You tend to keep people in your court long after they have proven they are unworthy of your kingdom. The dog appears in your life when your inner circle is being tested. We know that loyalty is the currency of the lion. You demand it and you give it. The dog appears when you are feeling isolated or when you are blind to the snakes in the grass. It is sent to remind you of two things. First, that true loyalty does exist and you are worthy of it. And second, to act as a radar for deceit. Have you ever been walking and a strange dog locks eyes with you? Not in a threatening way, but in a way that feels like deep recognition. Or perhaps a dog that is usually friendly suddenly growls or stands between you and another person. Listen to me, Leo. Trust the dog. As a Leo, you want to see the best in people. You want to believe everyone has a heart as gold as yours. Your sunny disposition can sometimes blind you to the shadows in others. The dog has no such filter. It smells the rot in a person's intentions long before they speak a word. When a dog manifests in your life, perhaps a stray follows you, or a neighbor's dog won't leave you alone. It is a physical manifestation of spiritual protection. It is the universe saying, "I am guarding your flank, your majesty." In moments when you feel you have poured your love into a black hole, when you feel your generosity has been taken for granted, the dog appears to heal that wound. It reminds you that your capacity for deep devotion is your superpower, not your weakness. But there is a specific warning here too. If you hear a dog barking incessantly at night with no apparent cause, or if a dog blocks your path physically forcing you to change direction, do not be annoyed. Stop. Look around. That animal is seeing something in the ether that you are missing. It might be diverting you from a conflict that is beneath your dignity, a chance meeting with a toxic ex-lover, or a place where negative energy has pooled. For the Leo who is currently navigating a heartbreak or a betrayal, the dog appears to offer unconditional love. It is the universe's way of giving you a hug when you are too proud to ask for one. It validates that while people are fickle, the energy of love itself is constant. When was the last time a dog singled you out in a crowd? Did you feel the weight of that interaction? That was a blessing. That was a transfer of protective energy. Do not brush it off. It was a soldier of the light saluting its captain. Now we must discuss the third and perhaps most mystical animal that the universe uses to warn a Leo, the bird. While the butterfly speaks of internal identity change and the dog speaks of earthly protection and loyalty, the bird is the messenger from the sun. Leos are fire signs, but you are also deeply connected to the spirit. You are the channel through which divine creativity flows. Birds are the carriers of inspiration. They bridge the gap between earth and sky, between your daily life and your higher purpose. This is the fastest messenger. When urgency is required, the universe sends a bird. Pay close attention to these specific behaviors: a bird tapping on your glass, a bird flying into your home, a bird landing on your car, or a hawk or eagle hovering directly overhead. For a Leo, a bird tapping on the window is profound. It is often a message from a past ancestor, perhaps a grandfather or a powerful matriarch who also carried this regal energy, trying to get your attention regarding your legacy. This could be about a creative project you've abandoned or a leadership role you are afraid to step into. The warning here is usually about perspective. As a Leo, you have a tendency to get caught up in the drama of the moment. You feel things passionately. If someone insults you, it feels like the end of the world. If a project fails, you feel your worth is gone. You zoom in so close on your own ego wounds that you lose sight of the empire you are building. The bird appears to tell you to take the throne view. It is telling you to rise above the petty squabbles and the gossip. Eagles don't catch flies, Leo. If a bird enters your house, old superstition calls it bad luck, but for Leo, we interpret this differently. It indicates that the chaotic energy of the outside world is invading your private sanctuary, your palace. It is a sign to cleanse your space. Light a candle, sage your home, set your boundaries. Your home is your recharging station. It must be kept sacred. If the bird is a hawk or an eagle, listen closely. These are solar birds. They represent clear vision and power. If you see them, it is a confirmation that you are meant to lead. You are being called to step up. But if you see a white bird like a dove or an egret, this is a massive blessing. It signifies that your prayers, the ones you have cried out into your pillow when the world wasn't watching, have been heard. The universe is sending a white flag of peace to your internal war. The number of birds is also a code. One bird, look within trust, your own creative spark. Two birds, it is about a partnership. Is your partner letting you shine? Three birds, a spiritual alignment is happening. Your mind, heart, and will are syncing up. A flock acting in unison, that is confirmation that you are leading your tribe towards a better future. Leo, you often doubt your path because you worry if you are doing enough or being enough. The bird appears to validate your direction. It says, yes, keep flying towards the sun. It advises you to soar over the labyrinth rather than getting lost in it. Now that you know the three sacred animals, the butterfly, the dog, and the bird, I need to reveal the master key. This is the secret that few understand. These animals work in a triad. They work together. When you are approaching a major life shift, what astrologers might call a sun progression, or a heavy Saturn transit, challenging your light, you will often see all three in a short span of time. Imagine this. You wake up and see a butterfly signaling that you need to change your mindset about a situation. At lunch, a strange dog approaches you, reminding you to guard your heart, but keep it open to those who deserve it. And that evening, a bird taps at your window or calls out at dusk, confirming that the spirit world is orchestrating these events. When this sequence happens, stop everything. You are in a portal of power. You are at a moment of accelerated destiny. You are being prepared for a leveling up that will redefine who you are. Leo, you have a mission in this life. You are not here to live a superficial existence of just looking good and seeking applause. You are here to warm the hearts of others. You are here to lead with love. You are here to be the courageous example of what it means to be alive. Because you are the sign of the lion, the king, and the queen. But because your light is so bright, you attract moths. You attract energy vampires. You attract situations that try to extinguish you through jealousy. That is why you need these guardians. The butterfly prevents you from stagnating in a false image. It ensures you keep reinventing yourself, staying fresh and vibrant. The dog acts as your royal guard, protecting your loyalty and barking at the dangers your optimistic eyes might miss. The bird connects you to the divine internet, downloading wisdom and perspective when you are too stuck in the drama to see the sky. Many Leos spend decades seeing these signs but staying blind to them. They think, oh, that's just nature. They miss the warnings. They walk into traps that the dog tried to block. They hold on to dead relationships that the butterfly tried to release. They ignore the wisdom the bird tried to sing to them. But that ends today. Knowledge is power, and Leos are born to wield power benevolently. From this moment forward, you have an obligation to observe. When a creature crosses your path, ask the question, "What were you sent to tell me?" Check your internal clock. What were you thinking exactly when that animal appeared? Were you doubting your talent? Were you thinking about quitting your passion? Were you worrying about what people think of you? The external sign is the answer to the internal thought. That synchronicity is the language of God. And here is a tool you can use immediately. You don't have to wait passively. You can ask for a sign. If you are in the middle of a crisis of confidence, Leo, look up. Speak to the sun. Speak to the universe. Say, "If I am on the right path, send me a hawk. If I need to leave this situation to protect my peace, show me a butterfly." Be specific. And this is the hard part, for a fixed sign, let it go. Do not hunt for it. Let it come to you. If your intention is pure, the messenger will arrive. It might take an hour, it might take a week, but it will come. This is not a magic trick. This is a dialogue. This is you accepting your place in the ecosystem of spirit. How many times have you begged for a sign? You asked for a burning bush, but the universe sent a sparrow. You asked for a thunderclap, but the universe sent a stray dog wagging its tail. The answers were always there. The volume was just turned down, and you were listening for noise. You have a choice now. You can go back to sleep. You can close this video and say, "That was interesting, Mo," and forget it. You can continue to navigate your intense life without a compass. Or you can awaken. You can step into the role of the mystic monarch that every Leo has inside them. You can start living a life where you are constantly in conversation with the unseen. In the coming days, I challenge you, keep your eyes open. Watch the periphery of your vision. Observe the animals. And remember, you are a Leo. You are the lion, the sun, and the star. You carry the energy of royalty, of warmth, and of courage. You have guardians assigned to you because your mission is too critical to fail. If this video found its way to your screen, it was not an algorithm accident. It is because you are currently in a moment where you need this validation. Perhaps you are on the verge of a breakdown or a massive creative breakthrough. Maybe you felt unappreciated, like you give so much light and get nothing back. Maybe you needed to know that the forces of light are fighting for you. Take this as your confirmation. You are seen. You are cherished. You are protected. I want to hear from you. The Leo community is vibrant and powerful. Share your stories in the comments below. Have you had an experience with a butterfly, a dog, or a bird that gave you chills? Did a dog ever protect you from a bad person? Did a bird ever appear when you were asking for guidance? Write it down. Your story might be the exact confirmation another Leo needs to read today. We learn from each other's light. And if you haven't already subscribed to Cosmic Wisdom, we are peeling back the layers of the astrological onion, going deeper than just daily horoscopes. We are talking about soul architecture. Turn on the notification bell, select all, so you don't miss the next transmission. There are other signs, numbers, and dreams that we need to decode together. You are made for greatness, Leo, but true greatness requires guidance. These three animals are your scouts. Respect them, listen to them, and thank them. Trust your intuition, trust the signs, and never ever forget that the sun is always within you. Until next time, stay radiant.